tonight on the exclusive seat, we have a man who is a glorified engineer. He is a philanthropist and, of course, the managing director of a power company called Power Giant. He is a tale of a remarkable rise from humble beginnings. I have in the studio Mr. Edzai, Kachirekwa. Mr. Edzai, welcome to Exclusive Interviews.
Thank you very much.
You started from humble beginnings, and now you are the founder of one of the most sought after companies in Zimbabwe. Tell us briefly about your childhood.
Thank you very much. I'm actually humbled as I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
That God has actually shown me something and has lifted me. But going back, I was actually born in Shamva, and I came to Harare in 1983 with my parents. And then I did my primary education at Green Grove Primary School in Greendale. Did my high school at Ora Boys High School in Chisipiti. And then after that, but before we go further, I was actually raised in a family of 5 children, and I myself being the eldest. But it wasn't a good environment for me, though I had nothing to do about it. You still have to probably clean yourself in that environment where my dad was more of abusive, especially towards me.
You at any point maybe living in the streets?
It was in the streets because it was just by the roadside.
Oh.
And I stayed there for a good 3 years.
Wow. What was the thought behind actually choosing electrical engineering? Was that a passion? Where did that come from?
I remember very well, it was in 1991 when there were some electricians who were working at our house. So what happened is that the electrician was on top of a ladder, and so he just kicked a small bottle which had solvent cement inside. So it went straight to my face. You know the burning sensation of it. Hey, I cried. And instead of him helping me, he started saying, that's your calling, man. You go you're dealing with electricity.
Oh, wow.
And at the same time, because I was a young man who wanted to know a lot of things, so I used to do quite a lot of small repairs, radios, Walkmans.
What drove you to say, okay, let me start my own company?
What made me to start my own company is because of the family which my father used to work for, the Wilcox family, who are actually the owners of Food Lovers Greendale. It was called Honeydew. So as I was growing up, I used to admire how the man or the boss used to work with his wife. And I used to say, I wish one day if I grow up, I want to work with my wife, have my own company. And when you're running your own company, you are not limited.
You are a philanthropist, and I suppose you are involved in social corporate responsibility. What are you doing to give back to the community?
Thank you very much. That is the most important thing that every human being should be doing. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. We are looking after children, especially those of the vulnerable backgrounds, and children who are into abusive families. We try to come in a very good way to assist them, send them to school. We are also giving out transformers to schools.
Wow.
Yeah, so that at least, if you look at rural schools, most people, we tend to give or we tend to neglect them.
How would you describe your company's success so far?
Well, I think we have done quite well. We have done quite well considering that we also have got our competitors within the country and outside the borders, but we've got our own strategies that we apply. And these ones, we have managed to make sure that we keep them a secret as much as we can. And we are happy that even other countries where we are not based, we are seeing them by sending emails for us to come and be part of them.